All right, so if you ever wondered how many times a week you should train a body part, stay tuned and I'll let you know what I think about high frequency training. All right, thanks everyone for watching. So today we're talking about how often you should train a body part. I have gravitated, as I've gotten older through the years, I've kind of gravitated more towards high frequency training. But my version of high frequency training is a little different than, what you'll see out there. My version of high frequency training is training a body part 3 times a week. Okay, so if you want to employ high frequency training for your back, you would train it 3 times a week. That's number one. Number two is I have found that I don't like to do more than 2 body parts at a time with a high frequency style. So let's say my chest and my back are my weak body parts. Then I'm going to train my chest and my back 3 times a week. But the other body parts are only going to get trained 1 time a week. Because again, you're focusing on the body parts that need the most attention. It's important that you realize you don't have an unlimited amount of recovery. So you can't train every body part 3 times a week, at least not with a bodybuilding style. Now, if you want to just do 1 exercise, yeah, you can do that. But the type of training I'm talking about is, 15 to 20 sets, pretty good intensity. So you can't train, if you do the math there, you can't train every single body part 15 to 20 sets 3 times a week. You just can't do it. Not only could you not recover, there's just not enough time in the day unless you want to spend all day at the gym. Okay, so now, number 3, I like to do 4-week blocks, sometimes maybe 5 or 6, but when you're pounding a body part 3 times a week, it can only take it for so long. So I don't like 12, 16, 20 weeks of high frequency training. So let's say your back was a weak point. We would do it 3 times a week for 4 weeks, maybe 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, but not any longer than that. You'll find that after 5 or 6 weeks, everything goes in reverse. You'll start to get smaller, weaker, that body part will start to lose strength. It gets overtrained. It's very, very noticeable. So 3 times a week, only 2 body parts at once, and 4 to 6 weeks is the time that you employ the high frequency training. Now, it's important also, those other body parts, you can't train them more than once a week. So again, remember, those are only getting trained once a week. It's just maintenance for those body parts. Because again, you're focusing on what needs improvement. That's the type of high frequency training I utilize with the people that I coach. Now, the people that I coach are interested in hypertrophy. They're interested in how they look. They're not strength athletes, they're not powerlifters. There are other ways to employ high frequency training. Some people train their whole body every day, but again, you're only doing 1 exercise, maybe 2, and that's very different from the training style I'm talking about. So anyways, think about the two worst body parts you have, and think about how you can train them 3 times a week for 4 to 6 weeks, and give it a try, and let me know what you think. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.